Hello, I'm Shane Van Fleet with Nutrient Ag Solutions, Western Illinois Division. I wanted to talk to you about this field I'm standing in here behind me. About 10 days ago, we had a hailstorm come through here and it did some pretty good damage to the crops around us here. I got a call from this grower. He was concerned about this field. Want to know what we could do to really kickstart it and get it going. So came up the next day, we observed the field and realized it was going to make it, but the leaves, the lower leaves were shredded, some of them even torn off, and the plant was not gathering or collecting a lot of photosynthesis energy, right, to grow. So we decided right then that the best solution of this field is a product called Radiate Next. And Radiate's been a flagship product for us for a long time. But in talking, he said it looked like it went 12 rounds with Mike Tyson in a boxing match, as tore up as it was. And I love using analogies when I talk about nutritional products to the human body. And I went home and did a little research over the weekend and found out that scientists have actually done a lot of studies on hormones within fighters before, during, and after fights and the following day as to the hormone levels in a fighter. And just like this corn plant, you can imagine that the cytokine levels in a boxer during and right after a boxing match are highly elevated. But after the rigorous fight process and going through 12 rounds of a boxing match, as you can imagine, the next day, the cytokine levels are severely decreased in the human blood. And I thought about that, and that's exactly what's going on in these fields. Is we've had a significant hailstorm through here and really beat this plant up. This plant just wasn't feeling good, right? So we decided we're going to give it 3 or 4 days, get a new leaf, and we're going to come out here and we're going to hit it with 2 ounces of a product called Radiate Next and a quart of a product called NutriSync Complete 3D. And what we're trying to do there is we're trying to get these roots established with a product in there. It's got IBA, kyneton, GABA, and choline chloride. So IBA is going to stimulate the hormones in that plant and get the roots growing. Now, we've been severely wet. We're supposed to be in the 90s later this week and next week. So we're going to go from significant amount of rainfall the last 30 days where we haven't got tremendous root growth. Our roots just haven't grown because they've been in saturated soils with low amounts of oxygen and sufficient water levels, close to the surface. So our roots are not established. So when we turn off hot and dry, we're concerned about that anyway. So that IBA is going to stimulate hormones in that plant to shoot new roots, and we're going to get some roots growing regardless of these conditions, and we're going to need them in the next couple of weeks. The kyneton, that's all about that shoot growth. We're going to get new shoots growing, as you see here. We came in here about 5 or 6 days ago. We hit this with 2 ounces of Radiate Next and a quart of NutriSync Complete. As you can see, this plant is off and running now. So what we're trying to do here is roots with the IBA, shoots with the kyneton, the GABA and the choline chloride. That's all about stress mitigation. That's going to hit it later this week and the following week. It's going to add water flow to our leaves, and we're going to get more water and more veins moving water through that leaf, and we're going to lower that ambient temperature of that leaf. Just like you or me, when we're cooler, we're more comfortable, we're more favorable to feel good. When that plant's feeling good, it's growing, it's taking in sunlight in these solar panels, converting that to energy. Root growth, we're pulling in more nutrients and moisture as we're going to need it here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So Radiate Next at 2 ounces, NutriSync Complete at a quart. And just like this plant or a boxer, we're going to make it feel good in the coming days so it can get back to its next fight later on in the season. So thanks for joining us. If you got any questions, contact your nutrient salespeople. Great combination, Radiate Next and NutriSync Complete. Thank you. Have a good day.